What's up, everybody?
You know what time it is.
And today we've got a guest.
What's up?
Hey.
All right. She said
Lauren's here. She's gonna do some stories with us and just kind of hang out.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have a big bullshit session.
Yeah.
Talk about a lot of paranormal and
Heck yeah.
yeah.
But, as you see, welcome to another episode of the Horror Chronicles podcast.
Horror Chronicles.
I'm your host, Ryan. And with me, as always, JT's in the house.
What up?
And our mistress of the macabre, Breezy's here.
What's up, guys?
And as he said, we have a guest today. I'll let you go ahead.
We're gonna welcome that lady.
You kind of...
No.
The lady...
This is Lauren. Everybody. Say hi to the audience, Lauren.
What's up, guys?
Audience.
Say hi to our audience, guys.
Hello.
Hello, audiences.
All three people out there.
Hello, audiences.
How are you doing tonight?
Hi.
So, been some cool stuff that we've run across. You were talking about Bree's place the other day. And
Yeah, well, Bree's got some stories that she can tell, and I've got, like, some stuff I can talk about, and I can just talk about paranormal all the time, so it really don't matter to me.
I think maybe we ought to just throw Lauren on the spot here and
Do it.
and be like, okay, so Lauren, we're going to ask the hard-hitting question.
Go for it.
What do you think about the paranormal? What are your thoughts on it?
I really think it's out there. I fully believe in it. I just don't know what to believe, really, because, you know...
Comfortable. You don't need to talk. She can talk.
It's mine.
There you go.
You know you're the king
Yes,
of the castle
I'm-
when they take your microphone away from you.
Shut up and let her speak, damn it.
I do believe in the paranormal. I'm just not sure what exactly to believe, because, you know, we've got all those videos out there, and everyone's a skeptic until you experience it for yourself.
We say that all the time.
Yep.
It's so funny.
Yep.
So, I mean, have you seen or experienced anything that...
I don't think I have. When I was a kid, I was staying at my dad's house, and my grandma had recently passed away. And I believe, it was around Christmas time, and so we had candles lit, and I had fallen asleep out in the living room, and...
You fell asleep with a lit candle?
I did, actually. We did.
Bad,
This is how
bad
Forrest
girl.
Gump gets started.
We're safe, so I'm here to tell the
Oh,
tale.
okay.
I think she survived this one, guys. I'm just gonna spoiler alert.
So yeah, we fell asleep, and then I woke up. I remember seeing the little puff of smoke over it after it extinguishes itself, and then I woke up a little bit later, and the candle was relit.
Creepy.
I don't know what to make of that, or whether I was dreaming of it, or
Yeah,
how,
sometimes they can do that.
Yeah, most of these experiences, happen at night, so you don't know what you're really seeing or believing, or
Yeah.
did I dream that?
Yeah.
So,
Right.
I'd say other than that one, I've tried to stay open-minded and, not freak myself out about
Right,
it.
right.
Yeah.
But other than that one, I don't think I've really had any personal happen
Well,
to me.
You kind of talked about, like, whether you were dreaming or what.
Yeah.
And see, and that's the whole thing is, we've gotten deep into this conversation about dreams and DMT and your brain
Lucid
produces all
dreaming
stuff.
and, yeah.
Lucid dreaming and stuff, and it's easier for you to be, for people who aren't, susceptible to it, it's
Yeah.
easier whenever you're dreaming or when you're asleep for your mind to accept those things. And it's easier, you're in a better state of consciousness to be
Yeah.
able to experience those things. Like, for me and for Bree, not so much JT because he's not special, but
He's special.
Not special.
but I mean, no, for me, and I think Bree could talk about it for herself, but like for me, I'm not like a medium. I can't talk to ghosts, but I get feelings. I get
like
Sixth
that
sense.
weird tingly feeling.
Yeah, have you seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Yes.
I said this last time.
Yes.
It's like
Love
I
Buffy.
get-
Huge
He's not a
Buffy
medium.
fan.
Yeah,
He's an extra
thank you.
large.
Buffy's like one of my favorite movies. Period. But
Oh, man.
but she gets cramps. And that's what I told him last week. She gets those cramps when she's vampires around.
That's
whatever.
just being on your
That's kind of
period.
how I feel if I feel something going around. I get body feels.
We're in trouble.
Yeah.
Bree's already rubbing her head.
She thought I was talking about her cramps. But anyway, yeah, I get these feelings, and I can kind of feel things, and it's like a body experience more than it is a visual thing for me.
I feel the same way. Like, it's kind of hard to describe. Like, you know how when you kind of hear it when a TV gets turned on?
Mm-hmm.
Like how everything kind of freezes for a minute and you get that wave that washes over you
Uh-huh.
and you feel like something's behind you?
Yeah, it's like that pulse of energy.
Yes.
and, yeah.
I get those a lot. So I feel like that may be something, but...
Something's attached to you.
Yeah, and it's coming for
That's
you.
what's
then
happening.
maybe
You got
it's a
something
nice
right on your
one.
back.
It's right now on your shoulder and you don't even know it.
I
Well,
can see.
hopefully it's nice and helping me, you know?
Well, it looks
Can
like it's Jason Voorhees.
Well, that guy, that's a different story.
But I. The thing about it is, and like you said, you're open-minded about it and stuff like that. We're open-minded about everything, so
Yeah.
we're with you on that. And
yeah.
the thing about it is that
Aliens creep me out, though.
aliens.
Aliens?
Oh,
We've
yeah,
had that
sure.
conversation.
Yeah.
What?
Don't
but
talk.
What creeps you out about aliens, though?
That we don't know. Like, we have proof, but we don't have proof because of that whole government project that they were doing.
Right. ATIP. Yeah.
Yes, there was another one I had listened to. Shout out to one of my other favorite podcasts, ATWW. Whoop whoop. D, and that's
There
why
you
we
go.
drink.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Ryan
Love those
listens to
girls.
it,
They're
too.
awesome. But anyway, they were talking about when they did a 3-part series on the Tic Tac, and
Uh-huh.
it was this.
Spaceship.
Yeah, a spaceship. It
UFO,
was shaped
whatever.
like a Tic Tac, so that's why they would call it that. But there was this one part they were talking about where the main guy who was flying, I don't remember his name, had
We'll call him
picked
Captain
was-
Spaulding.
Yes.
He was the captain.
And most of all, fuck you.
But anyway, he was supposed to rendezvous with the rest of his crew, and somehow the ship beat him to that spot. And
Yeah,
the rest of
yeah,
his
yeah.
people told him that, and he's like, what
But
the
being
fuck?
to that spot, and you gotta realize it went from where he was at to where that other spot was in less than a second.
Yes,
And it was also like
Hundreds-
it was like 600 miles away.
hundreds of
Well,
miles
and
away.
Yeah, they said
That's
that
what's
in
up.
order for it to make that jump in that amount of time,
Yep.
it would have had to have been doing 24,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It's
Something
really
unreal.
crazy.
I've seen a few
they
people
said
doing
it
that.
went from 12,000 feet to 30,000 feet just in a
Yeah,
split
yeah.
second.
Or the altitude in which it dropped from,
Right.
where they initially saw it at, how far they were up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
very interesting. We just had a podcast about that in the government and what they,
I'm getting
it's-
goosebumps as we're talking about
it's
it
a
right
big
now.
deal in the government right now.
It is, and then they shut
See-
the government down and then secretly opened it back up.
Well, see, they
I'm
talk
just
about
saying.
multiple dimensions and stuff,
Yep.
and that's what brings you back into like spirits.
That's what I talk about when I say I'm not sure what to believe in, because I fully believe there are multiple dimensions
Oh,
that we
100%.
can't see.
Well,
And
see, that's the
that's
thing
why-
though. Sometimes you get glimpses into that.
Exactly.
You know, and like we talked about it before, like with DMT, your body naturally produces DMT, but people do that. They go
Yeah.
and do ayahuasca or they just do straight DMT.
Yeah.
And everyone sees the same thing.
Mhm.
So there's connection there somewhere.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
But my thing, like with spirits and stuff like that, a ghost, you know, is
Mhm.
that it's almost like you don't know whether you're seeing things, whether you're seeing in the future or
Mhm.
the past,
Yeah.
or just a clip in time.
Or someone's trying to tell you something, like where they buried a body.
Yeah, well, you know, it's crazy because
The whole.
The Blackwell
We
ghost.
just watched. I told you guys
The
about the Blackwell
creepiest fucking
ghost.
shit.
Uh-huh.
That was
So
just
now
getting
there
ready.
are three movies of that. We just watched the second one last night.
The first one
really
came out in
creepy.
2017, then the second one was 18, and then the third one came out this year, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get a chance to watch those, they're pretty cool. They're on
Highly
Amazon.
recommend it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the first one's free. The other two you gotta rent. But
that's what to get you.
they
Totally
see,
worth watching.
and this is the guy. He does
Have you seen those?
zombie documentaries.
Do you have Prime?
Mm-hmm.
Watch
Yeah.
the first one.
Yes.
Okay.
It will make you want to rent the other two.
Yes.
That's what's up. Heck yeah.
This
Now I got
see,
homework.
this is what I would recommend to make
JT.
people a believer, because the guy who's going in, like his wife, totally seems like a skeptic.
Yeah.
Because she's like, oh, you're fucking around. I mean, toward the end of the first episode, he's like, call the cops, call the cops, call the cops.
Yeah.
Because if something that happens in the house, I'll keep it a secret. You guys gotta watch it.
Man, talk about that Tic Tac making a jump. Just jumped all the way from
I know.
UFOs to a paranormal show.
I segued it back into where we were going. See, I'm telling you,
Masterfully
he's the
done.
navigator.
I'm taking
Navigator.
control of this fucking ship. No,
Hey, you
Here's
calm
all.
down.
well, you know, that's why I love the paranormal. I used to have my own ghost hunt team. You know, everybody who's watching this knows, but you know, and like we used to do stuff all the time. Her parents' house is hardcore haunted, like literally to the point where you can go there for 2 days and you're guaranteed to see something and feel something.
Oh yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's I'll let her explain
Seriously.
it. I'll let her
Okay.
explain it, but like that is,
I'm looking forward to those. You told me a little bit about it,
Yeah.
like that you had the experiences, but I'm
Oh, yeah.
waiting to hear them.
Oh yeah.
oh,
I've
China, go
had
ahead.
a
Tell-
lot of
you haven't
friends come
talked-
over and actually. Okay, so it's an old house. Old house. Like it was up during the Civil War.
Oh, I love it even more.
For real. I mean, it's so bad at the simple fact that like every person in my family has seen spirits, ghosts, whatever, you know.
Now, were they skeptics? Excuse me, skeptics before?
Mhm.
No, they believed. Okay.
Mhm. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and see, the thing is that there's people who are skeptics there that go and see shit, and they're like,
Oh
I
yeah,
remember
no,
I-
we've had a lot of friends that didn't believe at all, and then all of a sudden, after
Turned
staying the night over at our house, they're like, "No, I'm not staying the night at your house
You
anymore."
guys could make some money off of that.
Really
Seriously,
interesting.
seriously.
You never hear about a skeptic like seeing something and then still being a skeptic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because usually whenever you see something like that, I mean, it's like life changing,
Yeah.
life altering.
Oh yeah. Big
kind of
time.
deal.
With eyes wide open.
Yeah, with legs
With
spread
ass
open.
wide
I mean,
open.
anyway.
Oh, you went legs? I went
went legs.
ass. What the hell?
Just cover it all.
That's how you do it.
And I
No,
Cover all your bases.
yeah. Sounds like a party.
it's crazy.
But no, that's the cool thing about it is you don't know what you're getting. You don't know if they see you, and everything is different. You know, you got all kinds of different hauntings they say and whatnot, and then you get into whether or not you believe in demons and all, and because to believe in demons, then you kind of need to believe in God and all this other stuff. I'm not very religious.
Controversial there.
Yeah, I'm not very religious.
We try not to talk about a lot of
Yeah.
religion here.
But when it comes down to like,
we
you
all
got,
have our beliefs.
yeah, you
Yep.
got to talk about demons.
As long as we're in agreement about ghosts, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Well, see,
For
that's what I'm
sure, I've
saying.
seen
Like, I've seen way too much, and I've recorded stuff. I've gotten EVPs that are awesome. Like, I've seen way too much stuff to not believe. She's seen a ton.
oh, tons.
I was just out at her parents' house. I'll get back to telling your story too, because I want you to tell that story about
Brittany.
So, I just went out. I've been out there a million times. Me and her has
Yeah.
been for just. I mean, everyone else probably knows this, but like, I'm just talking to you. We've been friends for I don't know how many years. She's my sister, basically. I don't call
Yeah.
her my friend. She's my sister.
Yeah.
And like, I've been out there a million times, and you definitely. I went out
An
there.
eerie feeling at night.
I went out there for
sure.
the 4th. They just started remodeling. They tore the whole roof out. Like,
Yeah.
so now you go to the attic,
Uh-huh.
and like it's wicked cool. But like, I went out there the other night, and I ain't been out there in a while. And I went there the other night for the 4th of July. We had a big 4th of July thing out there.
Yep.
And as soon as I walk in,
You felt it.
I just feel this, and it wasn't like, oh my God, scary. It's just you feel this
You know
heaviness.
something
It's-
difference
it's
there.
like what
Yeah.
she was talking
Yeah.
about
Atmosphere.
earlier, how you feel that.
You,
The
you-
atmosphere
you
change.
feel
And
that
you can
wave
ask-
wash
That's
over
the best
you.
way to put
Yep.
it, as a heaviness.
Yes, you feel the
like
heaviness.
Yeah.
A blanket.
load is being
sprayed all
I like
over
it,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sprayed all
It's like a
over you.
load just being just sprayed all over you.
Jesus Christ.
Dumped all over you.
Oh.
No, but
Speaking of that, we saw a T-shirt yesterday that
Jesus.
said we.
Oh, those
what,
were fun T-shirts.
What was it? It was I shot my load in Uranus, or I blew my load in Uranus.
Haven't we all?
We live in an area where there's a place called Uranus, Missouri, and it's a big joke, but it's actually a really cool place. They've got a gift shop. They sell fudge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their
Their fudge
thing
is great.
They pack the best fudge in Uranus. Just kind of a cool place.
All
We took
legit.
them over there yesterday,
Yep.
and it's been a comic relief ever since.
But yeah,
Oh, nonstop.
yeah, you know, we like to laugh around here. So
Yeah.
Yep.
nothing like Uranus to get you laughing.
But, getting back to your whole,
Because we're all 10-year-olds.
But what I was gonna
your
say,
intelligent haunting,
what I was,
your residual-
what I was gonna say is that when I walked into her parents' house, she was right behind me, and she's already got a shit-eating grin on her face when
Oh
I
yeah, I
turned
was
around.
just watching Ryan the whole time.
And then, because like, I don't go in there and be like, I'm not Zach Baggins. I like Zach Baggins, by the way. They don't. I like the show.
I didn't say I didn't like the guy.
Fucking
I
liar.
just think he's a
Anyway,
I mean, yeah, but I'm a.
I like I like the show a lot, but
I'm not gonna lie. I would want to go to the museum in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Though.
Oh yeah.
well,
For
see,
sure.
I don't go in every room
Absolutely.
and get possessed. I don't walk in the house and be like, oh my god, I'm getting
Yes.
possessed. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why I've heard some of the tour guides won't even go into the room. They'll open the door and be like, "You can go in. I'm
Yeah.
staying out here."
See, but like
Heck
for
yeah.
me,
Sign me up.
I just like I said, I get that feeling, and as soon as I turn around, Bree's like, That's exactly what she said, because she knows me. And it wasn't. But what I was gonna get at is like for you, someone who's not really a skeptic, but just open-minded and is kind of worried about maybe some things or scared about it.
See, that I was just gonna say that actually. Like, I've never personally had like a full-blown experience, but I still believe.
It's not all scary.
But I still have an equal balance of believing and skepticism.
Yeah.
Like
Right,
those videos,
right.
you don't know if they're real or if they're fake or. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
Me-
Technology
You're gonna have
nowadays
that
is kind of hard to.
forever.
But
distinguish the
100%
difference.
I believe.
What me and JT
sure.
have talked about before is there's too many personal experiences.
Yeah.
Personally. Forget the videos and all that stuff. Just
Yeah.
there's too many people who have personally felt something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm one of them. I'm not a fucking liar. I may be an asshole, but I'm not a liar and I'm not a fucking thief. That's too, But
Honesty.
yeah, I'm multiple words. But
Multilingual.
but
Flirt with sarcasm.
exactly. I'm full of that shit. I'm full of shit. Period. But
He's a smart ass, not a dumb ass.
but I have seen and felt a lot of things, and I know myself that shit's real.
You was
100%
feeling my
real.
friend the other day.
It only took me 10 seconds too.
It
It's
really
fucking
did.
crazy. But no, I was gonna let Bree tell you because like
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Bree's wife the other day felt like. Oh, go ahead. I'll just let you tell tell the story.
Story though.
Tell Brittany's story.
I'll tell Brittany's story. So we had a Mother's Day, barbecue, and she went in to get, a cooking tray to put the hamburgers on. And as she's going through the hallway, the original part of the house, she looked to the left of her and notices there's a 5-year-old little girl in a pink dress.
There's no 5-year-old girl.
Nope, there's an 8-year-old girl, but Brittany looked to the right of her and noticed that Haley's sitting on the couch watching
Whoa,
cartoons,
what the hell?
and then she ends up looking back to the left and she's gone. So it was during the daytime too.
Just a little background for you. We've talked about it before. There's a little girl that gets seen all the time.
Oh, yeah, that's
at
her room.
house.
So is that one of
That's
the
her
most
room.
popular ghosts in the, or
Oh,
most
yeah.
consistent
One
ghosts?
of them.
Yeah.
One of them, yeah, for
So-
sure.
That I
I'm
heard
curious
about.
what
Yeah.
what
What's
era
the
would the
history, though? I mean, what do you know? I mean, you don't.
Mom's
know
mom's got the big old history paperwork that they got
Yeah.
that came with the house, and she's trying to dig it up. So then we can actually do
Yeah, we're
some,
gonna do- yeah.
like research on the house.
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting.
We're gonna try to do like a documentary
Yeah.
type style thing on the house.
Oh yeah.
Our first
totally
one that we're
worth
gonna
it.
do for it. And but yeah, a lot of people. I remember when you had your wedding,
Mhm.
those two people stayed
Yep, in the same room.
in the same room,
Yep.
right? And this guy's he was there for what, 2 days?
Yep.
They stayed 2 days,
Mhm.
and this dude, he even woke up and he said there was a little girl sitting on the end of the bed.
Mhm.
God.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
creepy.
Seriously.
I
And then
heard-
the whole time he was there at the wedding,
Yep, he would not go
He
inside.
was just like creeping around the house because he was so scared.
He's like, yeah, hey, and he said, he's like, yeah, I seen a little girl sitting on the edge of the bed, and I felt her sit down, and like
It's
looked
like
up.
a parent waking up to their kid coming up to the side of their bed in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
I've experienced
Oh.
that.
Yeah. But just imagine, it's like I said, the sound of little kids laughing is one of the best sounds in the world, unless it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Unless you can't see
and
it,
you don't have any
where
kids.
it's coming from.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a common. I mean, I remember hearing that
Yeah.
story from. I haven't heard anything. Krista has, my wife. She's told some stories about when Chrissy lived there.
Yep.
And I wonder.
I know that they've heard. I know Chrissy and Kristen, when they were younger, they were, I think, sleeping in the field in their camper.
Mhm.
And apparently they ended up hearing things and screams or something like that, and they came charging back to the house. But apparently, I know this for sure, there was an old guy that used to live in the house, and he ended up dying in the pastures.
oh,
In the
field,
pasture,
in the
in the field, yeah.
You know, and that kind of brings up another question for me. Is like, so you own a house.
Yeah.
You end up dying out in the pasture like
Yeah.
that. So, what do you want?
I don't know.
Are you stuck in the past?
Yeah. Land.
Are you?
It's your land. You're free to roam.
Can you go anywhere?
Yeah.
I mean,
shit,
I mean, these are seriously the
Yeah.
questions I have.
Or are they
you
just
know?
reliving over and over again their
I
deaths?
suppose that's
or-
kind of like ghost haunting, like a particular, like a main area, like like the hallway you said, for instance.
Yeah.
If you were to build a back room on, they may not go in there because that wasn't part of the initial blueprint
Yeah.
when the house was
Right.
built, when they were in the house.
Yeah.
So I suppose it's kind of like that. I would
Kind of,
imagine.
but they
Well,
still
and they
go in
got
the new
into that
area.
last
Yeah,
night,
they
that
won't.
Blackwell
Yeah.
Ghost,
Yeah.
series.
Yeah, it's well, we talked about it before too. They also go to where places that aren't there anymore. Like I talked to you, or that one story I told about that.
That they knew when they were alive.
Well, there was a house that was built, and it was like had this nice tall cathedral ceiling and stuff like that, right? And had the windows up top, Well, these people were seeing a woman floating at the top of these 15-foot ceilings,
Wow.
just sitting and looking out the window. Well, come to find out, that originally was an entire floor all the way to the wall.
Wow.
So in a residual haunting,
Yeah.
she's still walking like there's a hallway there.
Yeah.
So
Looking
that's
out the
like
Looking out the window.
like the quote hauntings on loop. You're seeing
Yeah,
the
that's a
same thing
residual
every night.
haunting.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like a skip in time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that happens.
You're frozen. She's frozen in that particular moment.
Yeah, so like say there's a house, right? And it's in the middle of the woods, and then it's haunted or whatever. The ghost, you see him every night, at 12 o'clock midnight, it walks through the hallway. You tear that house down, every night at midnight, you're going to see a ghost floating in the middle of the woods.
Yep.
That same area.
It's crazy.
And that's, that's just one thing. There's all kinds of them, and like for me, like at Bree's house, and I like how you kind of said that the other day whenever we were out there and you were talking to Jax about it.
Yeah.
Jax is my son, by the way. You said, as long as you treat them with respect, they'll treat you with respect. And I get that feeling from their house.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I haven't got any bad vibes really.
Mm-mm.
It's just you can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're living. It's like you're occupying. They say like my future self and my past self can't occupy the same space and time. It's kind of like you're occupying the same.
Yeah.
The same space
Yeah.
as something that you can't see.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, man. I love that. Like it's now there has been places that I've been that I won't even go in. You get that feeling, it hits you. You're like, okay, fuck this place. I got
Yeah.
a bad vibe.
Yeah, no.
I ain't going in there.
Yeah.
So I mean, as far as like ghosts go, yeah, I don't know. I know that I have seen, and like when my wife's dad passed away, we were really close. Like me and my wife been together 19 years, almost 20 years, since we were 14. So
Same with my husband and I.
yeah, so like her dad was like a dad to me.
Mhm.
He was a fucking awesome dude. He was a great guy.
For
And whenever he passed away, like he came and talked to me,
Mhm.
100%. And I even
Yeah,
woke up. I even woke up my wife and told her about it.
Mhm.
If it happened, and the same thing happened again not too long ago, like a year ago, with a friend of ours that we knew growing up, Ryan, my buddy Ryan, that passed away, and like he came and talked to me to the point where like it woke me up out of a dead sleep and I was crying.
Yeah.
Like I was crying in my dream. I was crying.
I've had those similar dreams too, where I've had family members who have passed away. A lot of my dreams are of people who have passed away,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like maybe that's how I'm in contact with them too.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's
Sure.
One thing I learned about dreams that I thought was interesting. This was from a person that studied dreams and the brain and how we think and stuff.
Frederick Krueger.
Frederick Krueger. He wasn't into the molestation though. But
Don't get me started.
they said that there was an article about how when you dream and you see people's faces in your dream and stuff,
Yeah.
your mind cannot make up somebody's face. You
That's all
have seen
fuzzy.
that person at some point in your life.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been a total stranger that you just walked past on the street and didn't even pay attention to. But
Crazy.
their face will be in your dream because your mind cannot make
Imprinted.
up a human face.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Because I have dreams all the time where it's like, oh, I'm with somebody and I don't really know who that is.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you ever talked to a dead relative? Or not really talked to, or I guess been visited
Yeah.
by,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, my grandma, I think it was my grandma or my mom's grandma, but me and Jericho were sleeping in mom and dad's room, a different room, and I woke up and I saw her just floating above the bed, just kind of looking down, and it was so bad, the simple fact that I like pressed my head against Jericho's and I was just kind of leaning like this, and I was like, Jericho, do you see that? And she's like, yes. And like, yeah, we went running out of the room, freaked out. Yeah.
That's crazy. See, so you were awake though.
Yes.
See, like with mine, it was kind of like I don't know. It was like I was in a dream somewhat, but maybe I wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's just a feeling they give you that you it's like that feeling.
Yeah.
Because I straight know I was crying when I woke up. I had tears in my eyes. You know, and I was like, I woke up my wife and I told her what was going on. You know, and so that's cool. Like I've never seen a family member like that.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty wicked.
Yeah.
You know,
For sure.
Now I have seen a few things with my own eyes, but it's never been like an apparition, like to the extent that I could make out who it is.
Like-
you know,
Tricks on your mind or something.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
like-
Someone's playing tricks.
it's just weird. You know, but I 100%. That's just why I believe in if you go somewhere else, you know, heaven or hell, whatever you want to say. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but it's just weird to me that all these spirits or whatever could be just walking around or hanging around or doing whatever. And if
Yeah.
that's the case, why is there residual hauntings that happen? Why is there like that cut in time that
Well, maybe those people are just stuck
Unfinished
there,
business.
you know?
yeah, you hear that a lot.
I think
You hear
Casper
that-
taught us that.
Yeah.
Stuck in limbo.
Yeah, stuck in limbo, you know. But then again, it's like
Limbo, is that where you do the...
Yeah, absolutely.
stuck in the limbo bar. Yeah. But what I was trying to get to tell you, you know, since you're kind of just feeling it out and kind of seeing what's going on, it's not always scary, and it doesn't have to be scary. And like, you know, with the show like Ghost Adventures, it's like, oh, there's a demon in here. Everything's
Yeah.
a demon.
I'm
Everything is
being
evil. Everything is
possessed.
this.
Hype it up.
To hype it up,
Yeah.
you know, it's,
That's
Well,
another thing too.
It builds ratings.
you know,
Oh yeah, definitely.
to me, I think that you manifest whatever you're putting out there is what you're going to get back.
Your energy
You know what I'm
is
saying?
attracting more energy.
What you know,
I am screwed.
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, you're definitely going to fucking have a demon up your ass. But no, like I think that as long as you
Let's hope
have,
we left it in Uranus.
I hope so.
as long as you have strong willpower and an understanding that you control yourself, then you're golden, I think. That's the way I've always felt. Because that's what people like, my wife even, she's like, I don't want you going to look at this place. What if you fucking bring something back? Because she believes.
Yeah.
But she's like, what if you
Yeah.
bring something back home? I said, listen, this is my fucking house. Nothing's going to come into my house that I don't fucking want here.
Yeah.
You just got to be strong-willed. If you're
Or
strong-willed,
you
you're
know,
good.
just tell it to go away.
Yeah,
And
that's what I
you're not
say.
welcome here.
I say, get the fuck out.
Get out, bitch.
You know? But, you know, I can't. That's basically how I look at it. It's not. It doesn't have to be scary. To me, it's fucking cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That means there's something more out there. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, you know, the other day, we were talking about Troy Taylor and going,
right.
going on the haunted, you know, on the Alton haunted tours and
Yeah,
stuff.
yep.
And I went on that tour, and Luke Naliborski was doing the tour, and I talked to him quite a bit because my wife and I were probably two of the only sober people there. But you know, I just talked to him real life, you know, man to man, you know, and that was one of the things we brought up was, can something follow you home? You know, and his answer to me was, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And then my next question was, okay, do I need to worry about that tonight? He said,
Maybe.
probably not, but you never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's kind of like how I feel about it. I think that if you're strong-willed enough, you ain't got to worry about it. But if you let something consume you, you know, then
It's making you weak.
Yeah, it's gonna make you weak. Like with this, like with horror and all this stuff. Like, I love horror. I watch horror movies all the time. I love paranormal, all this crazy shit. I love all that interesting stuff, but it doesn't consume me.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they say.
It's
if
a
you,
healthy obsession.
There
yeah,
you go.
it's like if you start getting into Satanism or believe in a devil, and they say, oh, if you believe that, then you're gonna, you know, summon.
Personally,
It's-
that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like you're gonna get whatever you put out, you're gonna get that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's just how it is. So it's just like in life. If you're an asshole in life, people are not gonna like you.
Yeah.
If you're an asshole in life, you're going to be an asshole ghost.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Probably so. But see, so that means I'm gonna be a smart ass. So you guys will be cool. If I haunt you, it's gonna be fun.
Better
It's
than
gonna be
being a
awesome.
dumbass, but he is good
Yeah.
at both of them.
You know what I'm saying? So like if I haunt you, you're basically gonna get like a finger at the button, like 3 o'clock in the morning. And you're gonna
It's
hear
like the Michael Myers and the nurse thing. Surprise finger in the butt.
that's basically what you're gonna get from me at about 3 in the morning. Just so you
Oh
know,
my God.
I
Ryan,
think
stop
that would
it.
be
Damn it, Ryan.
scarier.
Stop it.
you're gonna hear a little. in the
That's
background.
hot. That's hot.
I'm gonna do that too. Whisper in your ear. That's hot.
That's hot.
I think that would be scarier than the stomping.
That's so.
Quit it.
Oh wait, do it again.
That's what you're gonna get from me as a spirit, guys. Just
3
so you
a.m.
know.
Nobody's behind
Speaking
you.
of which, there's a really cool scene in that movie, The Entity. Some like
Oh
ghost
yeah.
sex.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Speaking of that, I got to throw this out there.
Do it.
Here we go.
Do
Did
it.
you, no, did you see the whole? Did you see the whole post on Hillbilly Horror Stories the other day about torso porn?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, dude, I saw that. That was hilarious.
Nugget porn.
I freaking
Amazing.
had to.
What?
Because I was listening. Their last podcast, he had this girl on there. What's her name? Amanda, I think is her name. She was on there, and somehow her and Jerry got to talking about
Yeah.
people having sex with no arms and legs.
torsos,
and Jerry's
for real.
like, oh yeah, I
Nugget
think they
porn.
call that torso porn. And I was like, oh my god, I freaking died.
There's something
Absolutely.
new every day.
Yeah.
Well, it's also called nugget porn.
There you
So
go.
There you go.
There
That's
you go.
100% real.
Anyway,
For real, not for play.
we're off the beaten path. Way off.
Hard
It's
left
all
turn there.
groovy. It's all groovy. I just kind of want to get some things out there, you know, like for her, since she's kind of not a skeptic, but just, you know, feeling stuff out, you know, just so you know, it's not all scary.
No.
She had some really cool stuff she was talking to me about yesterday, about the
Oh, the Yesteryear Village.
Yesteryear Village. And then
Got a
also I
little
want
limp.
you to get into that, what was it, the Elizabethan morning?
Oh, Victorian morning.
Victorian
Yes.
morning.
That's a personal passion of
Not
mine.
Victoria's Secrets, but Victorian morning.
Oh, about a couple hundred years between there.
Yeah.
But, she's got a couple of cool things that she
I
Heck
actually
yeah.
did
got a
an
couple
Alton
cool
tour.
things she'd like to get off her chest.
I got a
Yes, she
couple cool
does.
things I'd like to get off my chest.
Right there. Right there.
Oh shit! I'm going to hell.
Yep.
Oh
Aren't we all?
yeah.
I'm going to Earthquake.
Whee!
Let's save each other's seats.
Wow.
And you get a finger, and you get a finger.
Winning.
You are an asshole. You're getting a phone.
The Oprah of hell.
Hey, my job is the next day have everyone wake up calling each other asking if they got a finger in their butt that night. How many people can I get to?
You're like, dude, were you at my house last night? Anyway.
Go ahead. Someone's gonna tell a story, I think.
I actually did have, just remembered this, can't believe I forgot it. So my husband took me, did a big to-do for my 30th birthday last October, and we actually did go on a haunted Alton tour ourselves. So we met in this creepy looking old house. Of course, it was like after 8 o'clock, because of course it's dark, you're set in the mood. But we were on a tour with probably about 20 or 30 people, and our tour guide, I liked him because it was as if he was like, okay, this is what they say, we're gonna, quote, experience it. He wasn't telling us, what one way or the other. He was like, this is what's gonna, I'll tell you how to like what, so
This is what people claim.
yeah,
happened.
what people claim happened. So we stopped 3 places. The first place was a cemetery, which I believe had the grave of Eli Whitney,
Nice.
inventor of the cotton
The cotton
gin.
gin.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a pretty impressive monument too. So we did a walk around there. We lit some candles. We actually tried to summon something. I believe the candles got. No, I take that back. We blew the candles out. So we had the bars that you cross them.
Oh,
And-
divining rods.
Yes,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the name.
Nice.
And yeah, we actually did get some in a popular hotspot.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
the rods crossed and
Yeah.
whenever which
That's
Dowsing
awesome.
rods, that's it. Dowsing rods. Divining rods when you're looking for water. Maybe not.
Why are you looking at my water bottle?
Because it's
Nick
making
came to
my
mind.
rod cross.
That's great.
Ah.
That's good.
Anyway.
Cemetery walk. Hard left turn. Back to the cemetery. No,
What's the right?
either way, it was just a really cool walk at night.
Yeah.
You know, just a different view, and it wasn't creepy. It was relaxing. I find cemeteries peaceful. Because jump to the 1800s, those were their parks because they didn't have like parks like we have nowadays.
Yeah.
And then our second stop was the Masons Hall, where Robert Wadlow, the Illinois giant, Alton giant, where he was a member, and supposedly his ghost haunts there too.
Cool.
Dude, that'd be so
Cool.
wicked.
Yeah.
Friggin'. God, dude, that'd be cool.
It was cool. There is actually a mark on the wall from his belt buckle, and it was probably a good 2 feet above my head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that he
Nice.
had somehow gashed it, and they left it there.
Oh.
Would not want to be on that receiving end.
Oh my gosh. That's a big boy.
So
big bow.
there
big
we
boy.
had there we had the crystals. You know, they were asking questions, and they circled once for yes, two for no.
Yeah.
We got answers out of that. You
That's
know,
awesome.
That stuff
It
very
felt,
Heck yeah, man.
and it's
For
also
sure.
you know worth noting a steady hand too. So you know.
Yeah.
It was fascinating because you know we asked it questions. You know, everyone in the group had a question if they wanted to, and we got some answers.
That's cool.
Yeah, we felt like we got some answers out of that. And our last stop, the McPike Mansion. One
I've wanted
of
to go in there forever.
it is one of the coolest looking houses. You know, 1800s, your creepy old
Gothic
house right
style.
now.
I'll throw a picture
Yeah.
of it up on the video for you guys.
It's pretty
Awesome
cool.
looking place.
So when we went, we weren't able to go inside because it was repurchased by somebody and they're rehabbing it right now. So we were able to look in the door, but she told us stories of the people who built it passed away in the house. He was a cigar smoker. You could see cigar smoke in there.
Awesome.
Like, and then there was a group of ghost hunters in there. The group escapes me. They were one of the guys was asking for a lighter to light a cigarette. Can you guess what happened? It lit itself.
That's
They ran
crazy.
screaming out of there.
Dude, that's pretty
That's
cool.
Yeah.
awesome.
Wow.
And so, you know, every floor of those has multiple different activities, and it gives a 3-story with the basement also. And so our final, we got to go in part of the house. We went into the cellar where a lot of activity had also happened. There was children ghosts, and they said they like to sit on your lap or touch your knee. And supposedly somebody did feel it.
Shut up, JT.
And I
That's
said,
on my knee.
so we had a kid on the tour who was really enthusiastic about it. So we don't know if he did feel it or not. But anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kinda
Yeah.
put
The
those-
funny story that she didn't tell you. She's with her husband. He reached over and touched her knee.
But that's the thing. I knew it was him. Okay, I knew he was gonna do it because he's an asshole. I love you.
That's great. That's great.
Oh, dude, we were out one night. It was Halloween, wasn't it? When we went to the Santa Asylum.
Yep. We were bored.
We were out on Halloween one night. This is way back in the day. This is probably fucking what, 15 years ago,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And we went out. It was me and my wife, well, my girlfriend at the time, but me and my wife and Bree and another friend of ours. And we went out to this. Used to be at one point in time it was an insane asylum. At one point in time it was like a abortion clinic.
Mm-hmm.
Is this local?
Yeah, well, it's gone now.
Yeah, it's
but-
gone.
Oh, was it down here?
Yeah.
Near Rollin?
No, it
Waynesville.
was in Waynesville.
Yep.
But we went there one night and you drive up top of the hill, you come back around to the parking lot. You know, it's all boarded up.
All the way up on
Your
the top of the
typical-
hill. Like,
typical scary looking hospital.
Yeah, straight
Yeah.
up on top
Abandoned?
of the hill.
Yeah.
All boarded up, old rock. it's like an old rock building.
Yeah.
You'll see a lot of them around here. You know,
Yeah.
with the rock buildings that have like
Like
you
the
see
Diggle stones.
You can see the
Yeah.
concrete
Mm-hmm.
in between them. It's all boarded up, and you know, me and Bree, we don't give a shit. We're fuck crazy.
Yeah,
And I don't like. I told my wife, I'm like, all right, we're gonna go inside
We're
and check
going
this shit
in.
out. You guys coming or what? And they're like,
No.
no, you guys aren't going. I'm like, we're going. So me and her fuck get out, and we go down and around the bottom of the building, and it, like basically it's like you said.
Yeah.
You see the street light from the parking lot, but then once you get past it, it's all dark. So they see us, boom, we disappear in the
Yeah.
dark.
Yep.
We go down in behind this place, and there's a door where people have already broken into it. You know, it's popped open. So we pop it open, we look in there, and you can see like freaking gurneys.
Everything
and
was still in there. It's
Everything's
crazy.
still in there.
Yeah.
Everything's still in there.
Yeah.
But you can see people have been spray painting the walls
Yeah.
and shit. And so we dick around in there for a minute, and then we decided to come out, and we're like, we're gonna fuck it. I was like, right, we're gonna run it, haul balls out of here, screaming and everything, right? All right. Now, me and Krista had probably been together for like 5 years at this point in time.
Yeah.
Something like that. 5-6 years. And so we come flying up the hill, run up to the car. Go, 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 start the car. They lock us fucking out.
Yeah, they locked us out of the vehicle.
You're not bringing that shit with us.
And they start to ride up. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You gonna lock us out?
We fucked if something really does happen.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm like, are you fucking? I'm
Next
like,
time we take the keys.
Did
Yeah.
y'all learn your lesson?
Yes.
No, it did. My lesson I learned is that who fucking is real, who ain't real. I was like,
real.
Okay, that's true too.
I said, you're gonna leave me here? Really? She's like, it's your fucking fault.
You dead.
My wife don't play games.
Oh shit.
But no, that was funny as hell, man.
No,
I've
my
never.
husband will be doing the same thing to me.
Oh, it's true,
Fuck
yeah.
out of here.
I scare shit out of people all the time. It's hilarious. I scared to my wife so much that she's peed herself probably a few times, I'm sure. But yeah, you know, it's fun doing that stuff. But and that's the cool part about the paranormal is that you don't have to make it creepy.
Yeah.
You know, granted, we love to keep shit creepy around here. For me, I don't care. I love all that shit.
Oh yeah.
It don't bother me a bit. I'll walk into
We
it.
talk about everything. I mean,
And
I would love to explore an abandoned building, you know, that wouldn't fall on me.
yeah,
Well,
well,
there's a
see,
lot in St. Louis.
well, well, see,
I saw a lot of cool abandoned
She's-
places in St. Louis.
she's actually been to a lot of cool
Yeah,
places.
for real.
Period.
For real.
Think
There's
about
a
that.
lot of abandoned places.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't
for
want to get
real.
shot.
Yeah, but those may be in some sketch places.
Oh, a lot of sketch
Oh,
places.
yeah.
You definitely don't
You
want
just gotta go with a
Yeah,
group.
see, that's where civilization popped up there.
Yeah.
Old places.
Mm-hmm.
But she's actually been to a lot of cool ass places because her dad was in the military and they travel all over the place.
Mhm.
Like she's
That's
been
awesome.
she's been to Winchester Mansion. She's been in all-
Alcatraz,
So
all
jealous
that.
right now.
Queen Mary.
She's been everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Seen that shit.
Oh yeah.
So she's got a lot of cool stories and stuff like that. But like that's the cool thing though is like just for you. I mean, you know, JT, we're gonna be doing some investigating.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever want to tag along, just let him know and we'll figure something out.
100%.
we're
Heck
we're
yeah.
actually planning a trip. We're going to come up to St. Louis and walk down Zombie Road, which is now a bike path or a walking
Yeah,
path or
it's
something. But we're going to go up and do it, and we're going to do some video
Yeah,
and stuff. There's a couple things. It's funny. You were telling me the story about getting lost in the cemetery.
Yep.
You and your husband. And it was funny. The cemetery they got lost in was Bellefontaine Cemetery, which is where I've been wanting to go.
Yeah.
a
Oh,
long
that
time.
place is
They said
beautiful.
It's a just
That's
huge,
what's up.
expansive, massive cemetery.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Now I want to go watch Phantasm.
That gets me all excited.
That gets me all
real.
that gets me all moist inside. My
Warm
sweet
and
sugar
fuzzy.
walls.
Stop it! Stop!
Oh, I love you.
I love you guys too.
But yeah, I just wanted to, you know,
We're just one big happy horror family.
that's
Heck
right.
Yeah, we are.
A little creepy. That's okay.
Which,
Yeah,
by the way,
that's our
guys,
motto.
you know, thanks for being there. I mean, you guys, Facebook's blown up. Breezy's freaking been kicking ass on that.
JT too.
I
We're
mean,
on the right page with doing the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just, you know,
Creepy ass clowns.
We like, yeah, we're a bunch of idiots. No. We just want to make this a community, a
Family, man.
Heck
Horror
yeah.
fam,
I mean,
man.
it's
It's a
just-
horror fam.
You know, we're
Somewhere
not out
for
there
people to
just
go.
to get
Yeah,
your
for
vote
sure.
or get your get your like or your subscribe. Please don't poke me. We just, we've got information to share, and we like to listen to other people's stories.
Yeah.
And stuff. And that's the whole reason why we're out there. That's why now you're starting to see the Horror Chronicles podcast pop up on a bunch of different, like hillbilly horror stories and haunted places.
Oh, for sure.
And graveyard tales and
You guys are
different,
awesome.
those paranormal sites. We're popping up on those because we want those people to be part of our family too.
Yeah, see,
We want to
and
expand.
yeah, for us, for us, it's more of getting to have conversations like this with people.
It's
People
a
that
fascination.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love talking to people and getting their ideas on things, what they think it is, what their outlooks on life, on the situation that we're talking about, whether it be aliens or paranormal or witches or
Everything.
demons, whatever it
So
is.
many topics.
Vampires,
I could go on forever about them.
horror movies.
sure.
Period. Horror movies. I love horror movies, man. I watch them all the time. My son is obsessed with them now. He's only 6 years old. He's always wanting to watch horror movies all the time. I mean, he knows who he pops off with stuff. I'm like, how do you know who Jason Voorhees is? I know that I have this, but I don't let him.
I wonder why.
I don't let him watch. Yeah, but I don't let him watch that stuff. He can't watch that yet.
some of them, our movies, they had a lot of TNA in them.
Exactly.
Well, not our movies, but the
Yeah.
movies we
80s
grew up
and stuff.
watching.
Yeah.
Had a lot of TNA in them. And I don't know, you just don't need your kid seeing that.
He's already obsessed with boobs. I don't need him having any more obsessions with boobs.
That's too funny you say that. Weren't my kids just discussing boobs yesterday?
No,
this morning.
Her daughter was talking about acorn boobies in the car. I was like,
Yeah, but how old's your daughter?
She's like 2.
She's 2.5. Remember, I also have a 6-year-old son.
Yeah, I have a 6-year-old son too.
Okay,
And my
then.
six-
then.
My 6-year-old son. Well, I told him this story the other day.
Oh man.
He had a dream. He was talking in his sleep, right?
Uh-huh.
So of course the next day, I'm like, so did you have a dream last night? But see, in his dream, it was weird because they crawled up in our bed, so we moved him. We said, screw it, they can sleep in our room. We moved him over. And as we moved him, my son's like, I just killed him. But he was sleeping. So of course the next day I'm like, hey bud, did you have a dream last night? We're driving in a car, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, do you have a dream last night? My wife's like, stop, don't. And I'm like, he's like, yeah. I'm like, well, what'd you dream about? What was going on? He's like, naked girls. I'm like, what? He's like, naked girls. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude.
I'd love to
great.
know where he picked up naked girls from.
Why
Well,
does he want to kill them?
Right.
well, that's my whole point. And he's like, no, I really had a dream about there was this giant alligator and blah blah, and then it went on to
Yeah, okay.
the alligator story.
Yep.
But right on top of his head, I don't know if he just gets that from me, but he's like, naked girls. And
Oh, I'm sure he gets it from you.
he's
From Ryan.
He's obsessed with that shit, man. Like he'll be walking around,
So am I.
he'll be walking,
sorry.
he'll walk through the house, he'll see a commercial, and he'll stop, go back and look about. Ooh, look at them boobies. I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man?
I don't do that because my wife would slap me.
But he's funny, man. I love
Okay,
it.
my kids may have gotten that from a different place. I breastfed both my kids, so my son was 4 when our daughter, he's about to be 4. When our daughter was born, so I nursed her. So that's probably where he got the boobs from.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and they've seen us change clothes and
Oh,
all
yeah,
that. So
yeah.
now he does it, and then she does it. My bras are hilarious. My boobs are hilarious. Nipples, fucking funny.
Yeah.
And today,
Gotta love 6-year-olds.
today we were
We'll
checking
see.
out a little
I love
cemetery
it.
today.
Oh yeah, that
It was in
cool,
the cemetery.
dude.
We were in the cemetery at Merrimack Springs. It was our first time there, and Gerald was showing us around, and we stopped to get out, and my daughter and son are just checking things out. They're bending over. Acorns are on the ground. All of a sudden, my daughter's like, acorn boobies! It's the little caps of the acorns, and they just kept repeating it over and over again.
And see, and I didn't catch any of that because I'm out wandering in the cemetery.
He was enjoying the headstone
And you're-
the piece and
And you're
quiet.
Because a lot of the
Acorn
stones.
boobies!
Okay, that sounded really morbid. I was just out enjoying the scenery.
I was just
Yeah.
out enjoying
Yeah.
all the dead
cemeteries,
Love it, though. That's
we gotta
how we
change
are.
that. Cemeteries are peaceful and beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
They really
Well,
are.
they are.
they're a resting place.
Yes.
And actually, it's sacred ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cemeteries, they're cool. They give you a cool feeling, though.
Yes.
I've caught some cool ass. I caught one of the best EVPs I've ever heard in my fucking life, and I caught it. Well, actually, I didn't. My brother did. He was on my team.
Mm-hmm.
And it was my brother and another guy, a friend of mine, that I haven't seen in a while. I've been trying to get a hold of him. He may have passed away because he was on dialysis and stuff. But anyway, they were recording on one side of the cemetery, and me and my wife and my friend Shane were recording on the other side, just doing some EVP work and shit. And like, I mean, I wish someone stole this laptop out of my house so I don't have it anymore, which sucks. But actually, I still have the recorder that we got it on. It may be on there somewhere in a file. I mean, it holds like 150 hours of recording. So
Jesus.
yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah, good luck finding that.
But I mean,
150 hours.
Yeah, but you know, it's like they're walking around, and you know, my brother's like, "Hey, is there anybody out here who wishes to say anything?" And then my buddy, my other friend, he's joking. He's like, "Sorry if I'm stepping on anybody's heads. It's kind of dark out here." And then they get quiet for a minute, you know, and then you hear this clear as day. I mean, it comes through, and it's just like this deep voice. And to me, it sounded like it said, like, thanks for coming out this evening, or thank you for being here this evening.
Nice. Maybe he hadn't,
like,
or they, sorry, maybe they hadn't had a visitor in a while.
it was clear as day, dark, like a deep voice. Like, it was deep. Like, it sounded like this. Like, it was crazy. And I showed my sister. My sister, like, she's scared shitless of it. Still to this day, I'll talk to my sister about it, and I'm like, "You remember that EVP?" She's like,
No.
She's like, "I don't like that."
Yeah, that's funny because when we were at Merrimack Springs today, I almost pulled my phone out and turned the recorder on
Just to
have it on while
That would
I
have
was
been a
there.
great idea.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, you know, I mean, so we're gonna be doing investigations and stuff. So maybe if you're
and we're going to
free-
come up your way.
I hope we haven't heard acorn boobies from the ghost. I hope we didn't teach them anything.
Acorn boobies. Oh, that's great.
But yeah, that's basically it, guys. I think we are like an hour or something.
Yeah,
now.
we're right about an hour.
Right on. Well, you know, just so you know, I mean, it doesn't have to be creepy. To me, it's all, I love it.
Oh, yeah.
It just lets you know that there's something else out there.
Oh, for sure.
You know.
Yeah.
And it just lets you get that feeling that there's more than what meets the eye, so to speak. And it doesn't have to be creepy. It's actually pretty cool.
Definitely.
The Transformers slogan, more than meets the eye.
I don't know what you're talking
It
about.
totally is.
Is it? Yeah.
More than meets the eye.
No,
Yeah.
there you go. Thanks for that pointless information, JT.
Well, hey, that's what I do.
Another rendition
know.
of pointless information with JT.
We need to have a segment in every
That's great.
episode. Pointless bullshit from JT.
But yeah, guys, thanks for supporting us. All of our Facebook friends and followers, jump over to YouTube. It helps us be able to put more cooler stuff on our page and stuff like that. We can do more stuff with the editing on the videos. We can add things in there and whatnot. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. We're everywhere, as you know. Facebook, Twitter, I mean, everywhere. Yeah. We want to hear your guys' stories. Hit us up on our email. JT knows more about the email than I do.
HorrorChroniclespodcast@gmail.com. When the hell are you ever going to learn that?
Dude, I got so much to remember, like breathing and walking. It's hard for me to remember all
At the
this
same
stuff.
time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't
And,
give me many bubble gum.
Yeah. Don't get me
Wouldn't it be
started.
entertaining?
Yes.
It kind of would be, yeah.
Chew, walk. Chew, walk.
Breathe.
Two step.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, hit us up. Thank you for following us. Thank you for being there for us.
Thanks, Lauren, for coming in.
Oh,
and
for sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
thanks for the
talking to us and
invite.
Just hanging out for a little while.
Yeah. See, that's kind of conversations we want to get more of their views on things and let you know, like, if you got a question about something, we'll answer to the best of our ability. I mean, we're not, scientists on this, but I've been researching this stuff for
I'm
years.
a scientist.
Yes, he is.
He thinks he's
I'm
a
a book
scientist.
nerd.
Oh, he is.
He's a doctor.
He's a doctor.
Oh, Jesus. We got to end this. I'm getting.
Dr. Love.
Oh, yeah. Now the podcast is officially over.
A different story.
That is a different story.
But, anyways, guys, check out this episode. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Give us some suggestions. We got our own stuff we were going to do, but if you think of something cool you want to hear, let us know. We'll jump into it.
Yeah, maybe listener episode once a month.
Oh, yeah. Well, we try to tell them, hey, man, hit a comment. We'll do one
Yeah.
freaking whenever you want. If you really want to hear something, we'll talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
We'll investigate.
Even if you don't want to hear something, we'll talk about it.
Especially JT,
Always
he'll
do.
talk about nothing.
I will.
Anyways,
Shove it in
guys,
your ear holes.
I think that's it. And As always, until next time,
Keep it creepy.
Ow!